my story. You don't know my story. The anguish and the guilt that consumed me. Grateful I can tell it. For no more shall the shackles condemn me. You don't know the story. You just don't know. For if you did, you would lift up your hands.
So this is Fred Hinton. I am live on location at Josephine Johnson House. She is a 29-year-old woman that stays in the Florida residence. She has 4 beautiful young girls. She started an outreach program that goes by the name of New Beginnings. Without further ado, we want to welcome them to the Fred Hinton Show. Welcome, Josephine Johnson,
Hi.
to the Fred Hinton Show. And who do we have here?
Neveah and Tatiana.
Neveah and Tatiana. Woo woo! Welcome. Let me hear.
Woo woo.
Let me hear you say it. One time, Ms. Johnson, let me hear you say it. Woo woo. All right, let's get into our story today. Josephine Johnson, from my understanding, you have a outreach that goes by the name of New Beginnings. How did your outreach come about?
It basically started from my daughter. I'm a single parent, so basically I know the struggle, and I feel parents know that they never limit their children from anything. And I just feel like girls in this society is being limited from what their real values of a woman should be these days.
Okay, and what the New Beginnings program is meant to encourage girls and strengthen girls?
It's to encourage them, empower them, have noble, never let their obstacles get in their way, be inspirations to each other, mentor each other, know, oh, you're ugly, you're this. It's always you're beautiful no matter what anybody looks like and no matter what anybody goes through.
What type of obstacles have you been through in your life that qualifies you to start a new beginning? Because sometimes a person that never failed or never did anything wrong, how can they tell somebody that they messed up or you can get back up if everything in your life been peaches and cream?
And it hasn't. I'm the girl that everyone thinks, oh, she's so beautiful, didn't graduate, didn't go to college, didn't do what I was supposed to do, didn't listen to my mother, and I'm paying for it now. And now that I say that, I'm paying for it now, which is a good thing because I have my head on my shoulders now. I was going to jail. I was trying to find every means of way to support my family because I couldn't get a job, and it's a downfall to me where I'm so used to having a job when I was younger, going to a job, getting a job, laying it out on the line. And when I got in trouble messing with men, I couldn't do anything. Drug charges, going to jail. I had to rebalance myself and focus on something else than illegal, legal.
So basically, let me make sure I get this right. I don't want to use terms that doesn't qualify for you. So you're a convicted felon.
Yes.
So
I have drug charges. I have been to jail for domestic situations. I have been to jail for fighting. I have done it all. I just feel like that my life wasn't where it was supposed to be, and I had girls to always look for in that, and I didn't like to go somewhere and have to depend on somebody else to take care of my children, or something happened where I'm calling around because I'm my own woman. And I never felt like my hand should have been out for anything or I should want for anything. And that's why I felt like I did so much and stayed in trouble that I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in because I was so focused on making sure my kids were okay.
How old are your girls?
Neveah is 7 now. 7. Everybody just had birthdays. And Tatiana is 8. And I am actually 27, not 29.
You're 27?
Yes.
Okay, I apologize. So you're 27. And you have 4 girls.
Mm-hmm. 3 and my 3 and 2-year-old are at daycare.
3 and 2 is at daycare. And where are their fathers?
Their father is always in and out of jail. He's such a family man. He's the same way as me. He busts his butt to make sure we have everything we need. And he's a convicted felon. So all he knows is the streets, and it's kind of rough because he can't go out and never had a job to even try to apply that to his skills because he doesn't have any. And it's sad that he's in jail because I was trying to take care of them. And he's in prison right now for the same thing, sales and possession. Typical thing that black men usually go to jail for. And it's just something that he always makes a mistake and he regrets it at the end of the day, but he doesn't like to leave his children. But other than that, he's a good father.
Also, one of your kids is a special needs. Tell us about the rare condition that your daughter has.
Neveah was born with bilateral PFFD. It's a proximal femoral deficiency. That means that she was born without her femur bones. She was only born with her tibia bones. So her lower tibia bones are now what is part of her femur bones because she's missing that bone. So when she was born, she had feet, but they were so badly webbed, and they told me that she wasn't going to ever be able to walk. She had to become a double amputee. So that's where the double amputee came in at. She was a double amputee at the age of 2. They actually put me in jail about it because being so young in that I didn't understand what happened to her, I wasn't ready. And they had so much to say. They basically made me do what was supposed to be done, but I didn't say that I didn't want to do it. It's just that I wasn't ready.
When you say they, are we talking about
the doctors, Shriners,
okay.
Shriners Hospital, the doctors at the hospital, they all basically brushed her to be a double amputee, which I don't know why, because it hurts her to walk on her prosthetics, so I don't make her walk on her prosthetics. She has a wheelchair, but she gets around fine.
Let's back this up. When you had your daughter, you had to be around what, 22, around the age of about 22?
Yeah, I was 20.
You was 20. How did that affect you mentally, knowing that that you had a young girl?
It affected me a lot because growing up, I suffered from bipolar disease and depression. I was in a juvenile program for a year, which was like a mental health. So I questioned myself a lot because I was on a lot of medications and I didn't know, was it my mental, my stress and depression that brought this on her to be born like this? I questioned myself a lot mentally. So I didn't know. And when it did come down to it, mentally, it just bothered me because of what people had to say.
So how did you turn everything around?
I took all the negativity and made it into something more positive. I focused more on what her needs were and what she wanted for her and her friends and stuff that she wanted to do. I'm a single parent. I don't have money to do things that they want to do. Gymnastics, cheerleading, stuff like that costs. So that's why I thought about the program as a social services. If any single mother needs help and wants their child to be in gymnastics or cheering or piano, anything, and we can't afford that $400 or $500 a month, I want them to be able to come to my social service or come to my program and look, I need help paying this. My daughter wants to do this. I don't want no girl to ever be limited to do anything that they want to do. They shouldn't want to be strippers. They shouldn't want to be in front of men. They shouldn't want to be dancers. They should want to be what they want to be. They shouldn't be what society is focused on. Nicki Minaj, there's nothing wrong with her. I love her too, but they're focused on bodies and image, and I don't want that. I want that out the window. I want you to focus on what girls like to do.
Let's find out what girls like to do. Who would know better than these beautiful young girls right here? And what's your name again?
Neveah.
Neveah and
Tatiana.
woo woo. Can I get woo woo?
Woo woo.
Here we go. Here we go. Neveah, what do you enjoy doing? What do you like to do?
I like to sing and stuff.
You like to sing? You gonna sing for me? Let me hear you.
I don't wanna get you the wrong passing. I need love and affection.
Wow, that's beautiful. Who sings that?
Rihanna.
Yeah.
That's Rihanna.
I love
song?
Rihanna. We love Rihanna.
Next time you sing, I'm gonna dance.
Okay.
Maybe when we get ready to close out the show, I'll have you to sing it again, and I'll dance on
Even
my.
Titi's gonna sing. She always sings this song.
Titi, you sing too?
Yeah.
What do you like to sing?
Sing Rihanna.
Can I hear you, or you gonna wait till the end and sing it out?
Rihanna, what you say? It's different.
It's a different one? You'll sing at the end? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I just think about it.
So we want to be successful.
You want to be successful?
Yeah.
What do you like to do? What do you like to do besides sing? Like, when you get 27. What would you like to do? Would you like to have your own hair salon, nail
I
salon?
like to dance and have my own hair.
You like to dance? You like to be a dancer and have your own hair salon as well? What would you like to do?
Work in my mom's nail salon.
Oh, you like to work in your mom's nail salon? So like a family business? I like that. I like that. I like that. What grade are you going to?
First grade.
First grade? So you just finished up kindergarten? How was that? So you want to have the hair salon and the nail salon, have a family salon all together, when everybody's working together, right?
They don't like to do hair. You know why? That's why they want to do the hair, because I don't like to do hair.
Mom doesn't like to do hair?
No.
So tell me about your kindergarten experience.
Well, sometimes we do math and homework, but we're gonna be going on a field trip soon.
When you was in school, how did the other kids interact with you? How did they treat you? Did they ask a lot of questions?
There was a boy.
There was a boy?
He twisted my hand in school, so he had
No. Your deficiency, when you first started school and mommy told you to always hit the kids back and fight the kids back when they used to be mean to you, then I started telling you to be nice and explain to them what's wrong with you. When kids used to come to you and ask you what's wrong with you, how did you tell them?
Did you speak up for her, Tatiana?
I was in class.
You was in class? If you guys out and about and someone asks about your sister, what do you tell them?
Don't talk about my sister.
You say don't talk about your sister? Do you enjoy helping your sister? Do you enjoy taking help from her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You guys like playing a lot of
Tatiana's
time?
a big help. She helps me a lot.
So you a big helper?
I helped my mom clean up this morning.
You helped her clean up this morning?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me this. What would you tell someone a little girl that was down, or a little boy that's a double amputee, if they were feeling down, what would you tell them?
It's okay.
You would tell them it's okay? Would you hug them?
Mm-hmm.
You say cheer up?
I would give him a kiss.
You give them a kiss? What would you tell that little brother, that little sister that has a little sibling, older or younger, that's a double amputee? What would you tell them how to treat their brother or sister?
Treat them friendly and nice.
Treat them friendly and nice?
Help them.
And always help them?
Mm-hmm.
Josephine, what would you tell that mother that's experiencing the same thing you're experiencing? Maybe some frustration, maybe some doubting of God, that they don't understand why they're going through what they're going through. What encouragement would you tell them?
I would tell them to take every day, step by step, slow, and just process their child's needs, because as long as they're living and well and happy, they're okay.
That's the main thing. As long as you see that smile on her face, that puts a smile on your face, and it makes you feel good. Okay. How would someone get in contact with you about your organization?
I am on Facebook. We do have Girls of a New Beginning Inc. Or Girls of a New Beginning at gmail.com. My email address is josephinejohnson2063 at gmail.com. And basically, we're just getting started right now. We're trying to branch off. So we'll hopefully have a website up and coming where we can start having some type of donations and funding so we can help the girls get where they're going within the next year.
What would you like to tell the listening audience? Number one thing about you. What would you want them to know about you? What would you want them to know about you?
Your name. Basically, say, I want them to know I am Neveah.
Neveah?
No, I'm Neveah.
What does Neveah spell backwards?
Heaven.
Heaven? So
God
you
sent
haven't
me an
sent?
angel from heaven.
You haven't sent? Give me some. Give me some. So, okay, you guys promised.
Love and affection.
Sing it, Heaven. Heaven, sing it.
I need love and affection.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fred Hinton Show. As you can hear, Neveah singing us out. Tune in next week. God loves you and He has a plan for your life. And we out of here. Woo woo! Love you.